Generally speaking, we try to keep from having egg on our face. It has a negative connotation, but today I'm going to show you one time when it's perfectly okay to get a little egg on your face. Hey everybody, it's Bradford, your carnivore curmudgeon, and in case you're new to this channel, I am a real carnivore, but I am not a real curmudgeon most of the time. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite new ways to eat eggs, and it's a fried egg omelet. Sounds strange, but it's delicious, and you won't miss the cheese. And now that eggs are no longer worth their weight in gold, it's very affordable too. And best of all, you can make this omelet in less than 10 minutes. You can make it for breakfast in the morning before you head out for work. You can make it for dinner. There's just no rules when it comes to carnivores and eggs. And you don't need very many utensils for this either, but it does work best for keeping everything hot and sort of at the same temperature if you use two pans, one for the fried eggs and one for the scrambled eggs or the omelet base. And my personal rule for any kind of scrambled eggs, including omelets, is always use more butter than you think you need. And for those of you who, like me, like to incorporate the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs way of eating as much as possible, you're going to see that this particular recipe hits every one of those notes like a beautiful meat symphony. So get your butter melted in both of those pans, and then in the first pan, what I've done is put in 3 eggs that I've scrambled up with a fork. You can do this the other way around. You could do 2 eggs as your omelet base and 3 eggs as your fried eggs, or you could do 3 and 3 or however many eggs you want to incorporate into this. It all works out delicious in the end. And as soon as possible after I get my scrambled eggs in the pan, I'm going to put a couple of fried eggs in this other pan. The only slightly tricky part about this is not over frying your eggs because you want them runny. They actually sort of take the place of cheese in an omelet with that silky texture, and it just tastes so unctuous and wonderful. But you also don't want to allow your scrambled eggs to get too brown on the bottom. And I know in the chefery world it's a sin to have any kind of brown on your omelet, but yeah, they still taste good, so who cares? So you can see these are both coming together, and we don't want our scrambled portion to be too runny, but we don't also want it to set up too quick. So you can lift it up, take it off the heat as you go, and just keep pulling that uncooked part down and around. Then, right before that scrambled egg sets, if you like, you can add some accoutrement meats or anything else that you like to your omelet. In this case, I had some leftover ground beef with some bacon, hence my dish of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs all together in one harmonious delight. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water to those fried eggs and let them steam on top rather than flipping them over and getting them too done. And you know, if you're a fan of that carnivore staple, a ground beef bowl with some nice runny eggs on top of it, then you're probably going to love this because it's basically the same thing. The difference is it's all wrapped up in a silky, delicious omelet base. Now I purposefully didn't edit this for time and skip ahead because I wanted you to see just how quickly this can come together. You really can make this in just a few minutes. And I think there would be less hate and anger in the world if more people would just sit back and watch eggs cook. Let's take some time to do that together. Shall we, meat eating brothers and sisters? Okay, now the top of my eggs, my fried eggs, are set, and they're no longer translucent and gooey. I like them just barely cooked so that they're all the way white. And now I'm going to take them out, and where I would normally dump a big pile of cheese, I'm going to place these two fried eggs on top of my meat, which is inside of my scrambled egg omelet base. And then, you know, you can do this all over the middle and just leave this open face, or you can sort of do the traditional omelet flip. So in my case, it didn't come out perfectly symmetrical. I never was very good at math and angles and things like that, but I do know what tastes good, and this Redmond's Chef's Blend smoke salt on top of eggs, if you don't overdo it, is just a really tasty complement to these eggs. And you're left with those runny fried eggs that now when we break into it are going to ooze all over that ground beef and bacon and just make it all come together. Time to get in here and give this a try. And I hardly know what to say. The omelet base is warm and silky, and the fried eggs stayed warm because they were wrapped up in that omelet, and the ground beef is tasty with the fried egg just sort of oozing all over it. And like I said before, taking the place of cheese gives you all the texture, and it's beef, it's butter, it's bacon, it's eggs, it's all good. I hope you give it a try, and I'd love to know how it comes out for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.